Hello, this is Group 3, and we're going to discuss the Horizon readings of the 2014 K through 12. First topic that I thought was very interesting, one of the solvable challenges, creating authentic learning opportunity. This was also talked about in the 2015 Horizon readings, and it was using tools and experiences that are familiar to students so they're able to bring almost like real world into the situation. I put an example here, like if you talk about paying with a credit card at a grocery store for elementary students when you're learning math, that's not a significant real world experience for them because you're not going to see elementary kids. Well, you might these days, but you hopefully are not going to see elementary kids paying with a credit card by themselves at a grocery store.
Yeah.
And it also, I thought, was really cool. It said it may help students stay in the classroom longer by bringing real-world experiences. We actually have this thing in Katy called the Miller Career Center, and I actually participated in it, the Ready, Set, Teach program when I was in high school. And they have things like for people who want to work in some type of, like hairstyle, mechanics, technology, and it's literally bringing you into that real world experience. So
well, I was also reading about that and how some, especially low income children who are not able to visit certain places. Like for instance, like if they're not able to go to a museum, then you ask like a guest speaker to bring in some of the materials so they can actually see. And I think that's pretty relatable for them because it's not something that they're able to do.
Exactly. And it keeps them really entertained because they see it in real life kind of thing instead of just.
Also, the virtual field trips has been benefiting on that factor too. So if you're not going there, you have the opportunity through the online where you're communicating with the other group.
Virtual.
We have done that in classrooms, yes.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so my topic was about difficult challenges and privacy concerns. Always as educators, we're always trying to keep student privacy in control, especially who gets a hold of it. And in the article, it talks about using the technology and keeping the children's information private. Like for instance, they talk about the privacy in cloud computing in public schools. Because, now the more they're using technology, sometimes you have to be careful where their emails are being used because then you have ad serving, these people who want to send emails that you don't know what the kids are receiving, and when they open it up,
right,
you have to be careful what kind of content they're exposed to because, when they're young, they shouldn't be exposed to certain things.
Exactly it.
My part was on the Wicked Challenges, the competition for the new models of education system. Of course, there's a huge rise in online education and charter schools due to the fact that they have better results and they're getting funding better. But there's still, you can debate all day, all night with compared to public schools because charter schools are based on more of selections. Of course, they have better results because they're selective on their students. Where public school is really meeting all needs, whoever comes, whoever's on the doorstep, that walks in. So those are the challenges. But the benefits of online school, it does meet a lot of the students' need. Like, for example, the student who's very athletic, who's very highly involved, has the potential of making their career in the young age. They had that talent, but that time consuming going to school, regular structured school time, they can benefit from online on their pacing, and that's something my son did when he was memorizing his Quran and he wanted to play soccer. He couldn't do 3 things at once. He was pulled out to do online schooling for 4 years.
Okay.
So the option, it does help individual parents, individual students, and it does it does meet the needs. I mean, you really need to look out what's best for your child, of course. But I am not I'm not a big fan of charter schools because I feel like just based on their selection part of it, where I am more of advocator of all children have the right to be in it, So if you're not going to open the door for everybody, then I can't compete with you when it comes to the results. And, I can't be comparing.
And I think this is always going to be a wicked challenge or whatever they want to call it, because for that exact reason, where our doors are open as public schools to anyone and everybody, unlike the charter school system. So I don't think that challenge is ever really going to change necessarily, because we're going to get new types of situations, new types of children every day. So,
and you know, and with the K-12 public schools, you know, anyone can enroll in it. It's just the parents have to be able to understand the curriculum a little bit.
Commitment and
you have to have some knowledge, you know.
Oh, for sure.
And a lot of the public schools are, you know, devoting to that needs. They're like, okay, we're trying to meet all the needs. And if there's a parent of students, and I see that HISD is doing, and I think Fort Bend, I mean, there are a lot of online courses or so to be ahead of college courses.
Oh, that's good.
So they are gearing toward it. So the needs of, you know, we're trying to promote that, but it's for the benefit. And we still have those students who are in our building that we need to support. So
these are the ISTE standards that we felt went along with this. Creating authentic learning opportunity was ISTE standards for teachers 4D. Privacy concerns was ISTE standards for administrators, which then trickle down, I feel like, to teachers and students as well. I feel like that's kind of everybody's role. And then competition for new models was ISTE standards for teachers 4B. So this was our discussion for today, and we hope you guys enjoyed it.
good job.